And we look at a different aspect now. It's a celebration of innovation of HBP. Innovation means, of course, it's related to the quality of the science, that's obvious, but now we look also at the impact it has or can have, future impact, current impact. That's really what we're celebrating. The session is called Innovation Awards, so it means we've got some winners. What does it mean, winners? It means that it's not outliers. Let's be very clear about that. These are the tops of the iceberg, but that means that there's a whole mountain below that. And so this is a celebration of the whole HBP, because we really see that the innovation and the impact that HBP is having on society in general, on marketing specific, is definitely grown over the years and is now maturing. So that's why this is a celebration of innovation. So we talk about impact. We also talk, I mean, if we look at the efforts that are going into innovation, this doesn't come for free. This is work. There are many hurdles. There are many people to convince. This is work. So we also celebrate that effort. We talk about impact. So that means we talk about typically applications in society. Very often, of course, in our field, it will go to medical applications. Sometimes technology applications, obviously, where that makes sense. And it's also a celebration of the quality that has been delivered, because let's be very clear, you can't have impact if you don't have that level of quality, that convincing level of quality. So that also sums up a bit the criteria behind how we get to these awards. It's a team effort, of course. That is very clear. Sometimes multiple teams. The selections were based on nominations, and then through this criteria that I mentioned, a subset was selected and presented to HBP governance to make the final winners. We have 2 winners to announce today. We chose to wait a bit with the first announcement to actually announce both of them here at the summit, because it is a celebration. I also take the opportunity to also, before we actually go in the ceremony, to also thank the teams behind this, not the teams of the winners, but also the teams, and then specifically in this case, the innovation team that has actually been supporting the innovation in HBP by trainings, by awareness sessions, but also by market studies, and culminating into, within a few weeks, we'll have a boot camp where some of the teams will actually present to real investors and let's say rehearse their approach to the market, to funding. So I want to thank them here. That's my opportunity to do that to that team. And now I'll hand over to Guillermo to lead us through the rest of the ceremony. So we'll have a few things prepared for you. Go.
Good morning, everyone. Well, I am here to present the Innovation Awards. Thank you for coming. I think now, after the celebration that we had yesterday night, it's a good moment to live again another moment of celebration. So here the Innovation Awards start. Please. So, well, I am very pleased to announce now 2 winners of this Innovation Awards edition. Last year we celebrate another edition of these awards, but was in last summit in an online format. So we will put together at the end of this short session the 4 winners, 2 from this edition and the 2 previous ones. So, well, first I want to highlight some of the things that Stephen has already said, and to emphasize that these awards are for the team. It's a collective effort. It's a collaboration, not only by one group, by plenty of groups that with the joint work and these collective efforts can be possible, these things that we are going now to describe, the different awards. People will tell you what it's about. And then I want also to give a big thanks to the numerous candidates that have participated in this competition. We have received more than about between 15 and 20 candidates. It was difficult to select between all of them because all of them are impactful and very brilliant ideas, but we have to short the list to 4 winners. So, and finally, I want to thank to my team, Barbara, Teris, Rebecca, and Blanca, with which we have made possible this celebration, the logistics of making the trophies, etc., in this moment that France is a little bit blocked, has been a little bit challenging. So, well, thank you very much to all of you, and let's see who is the winner of the first award today. Something that I have also to emphasize is that these 2 winners are at the same level. It's not the first or the second. It's just one of the winners is the one that you will see in a moment. So Pieter Roelfsema and the Prosthesis for the Blind is the first winner of this award. Please, Peter, come to stage.
Yes, so I'm very honored to receive this beautiful award. And as has been alluded to by Stephen and also Guillermo, this has been a team effort. So I accept this reward with a lot of gratitude and feel humbled about it. And this is a team effort from many people in my lab. And it started with Xing Chen. She now started her own lab in Pittsburgh, Fung Wang, Antonio Lozano, many other people in my lab who made this possible. And also, of course, the team of the HBP, the people who made this competition possible. And yeah, it's of course very wonderful to receive such an award. So I would like to tell you a little bit how this started. So by training, I'm a fundamental neuroscientist, but I found myself implanting more and more electrodes into the visual brain of monkeys. And at some point, 200 electrodes was standard for us. And then we said, well, let's step it up. Let's go to 1,000, because then we can start stimulating these electrodes. And we know from previous work that if you stimulate 1 electrode, a monkey or a human, can also be a human who has been blind for many years, will see a dot of light. Now, if you have 1,000 electrodes, then you can create patterns. So you can work with it like a matrix board. So that is what we set out to do. And it worked. So I remember one day when Xing gave me a call from the lab, hey, Peter, I stimulated a number of these electrodes, and we predicted that the monkey was going to see a letter A. And yes, he saw an A. So, I mean, I went up to the lab and we made a small dance there. So that was absolutely wonderful. Of course, then it takes a lot of time before you replicate it. And, well, we know all the scientific things that can happen, right? Submitting papers, getting rejected, and so on and so forth. I don't have to explain it to you. But I guess we also all know that you have to be persistent, and at some point you get it published. Now, something else I would like to share with you is, based on this result, we have a startup company. It's called Phoenix, and also that has been quite adventurous. So I don't know how many of you have tried this. So turns out you go into a completely different world. So the world of investors, and they have completely different rules as scientists, right? So scientists want to publish, but investors want to, well, do something else. And so when I write grants, I have milestones and deliverables, so I write them up very ambitiously. That doesn't work like that with investors. If you have a milestone, they really want you to make it, and otherwise there will not be any funding for you anymore. So that also taught me a lot about how different these worlds are. The same is true for, I guess, many of your universities have a technology transfer office. So I knew they were there, but now I really have to kind of work with them. And also that's quite a challenge. So because they are really thinking about IP. I'm a scientist, so I just want to publish, but they want to make sure that the IP is also secured. So that has also been very, very interesting game. Now, as a last thing I would like to say, I'm very grateful for the Human Brain Project and eBrains. So all the things that we have established and accomplished with my team in the past few years has been built on many efforts from within the HBP, and it goes beyond just the funding that we got. Also, many aspects, and I hope they will, and I am sure they will be secured by eBrains, are atlases, also computational facilities. That may maybe sound surprising, but if you have a camera image and you want to create from it an interpretable prosthetic perception, then you have to do a lot of computation. So also there, I think the heritage of the Human Brain Project will come in as essential. Now with that, some of the speakers yesterday said this is a bittersweet experience because it's the last plenary meeting from the Human Brain Project. But I think I'll have the same emotions as many of you. We will look back on it with a very proud and grateful emotion. And with that, I would like to thank everybody for making this possible.
Thank you, Peter, for the description of your work and the impact that your work had in the society. Well, now let's see what is the next winner of this second edition of Innovation Awards, and the prize goes to the Medical Informatics Platform. So please, Yannis and Philippe, come to the stage. Thank you.
Well, many thanks to HBP and eBrain for this award. I'm very proud to receive on behalf of the entire MIP team. I need to acknowledge, unlike Yannis, I'm not the father of the MIP, nor its mother. I feel more like a pediatrician who was presented the case of a very premature newborn in a life-threatening condition, and who decided to do all what he could to save it. And I'm glad we did. Very premature because at the time, 2017, most of the potential end users of the MIP in hospital simply did not know, did not understood what federated learning was all about. This has changed quite significantly, especially during the last 3 years. You know, in medical data science, federated learning is a mainstream concept. It's not yet the case in hospital. It remains a challenge, and I guess with yesterday's plea from Elon Musk to pose AI, it's going to be even more challenging. Nevertheless, meanwhile, the newborn in the life-threatening condition became a strong baby, a strong child. I think you still need to experience an adolescent crisis before being established as one of the most robust and relevant platform for federated learning across hospital in Europe, but I'm sure it will succeed. This has been made possible thanks to the hard work of many people in Athena RC, in my team HUV, and I will just like to thank them for this hard work, and in particular Birgit Schaffhauser, who coordinated our research team, Hemra Kavoun, who coordinated the IT team, Cédric Rochat, Manuel Spuler, Samira Najibesson, Pauline Decouret, Nathalie Casati, David Medioni, and Sébastien Tourbier. Congratulations to all of you for this award. Thank you.
my turn to express how I feel and how honored I feel to take this on behalf of my team that has been working on this for many years. Athena Research Center with SHUV primarily, but also the Athens University of Economics and Business, but also from the past, other partners that participated in its development from EPFL and elsewhere. Philippe mentioned about the child, the newborn, that was had issues. Even I cannot describe the blood, sweat, and tears that have been shed in the first times when the two sides try to communicate with each other. Us digital people trying to understand the clinical neuroscience and what it meant to be a rare disease, and therefore you needed federated learning, and therefore you needed particular ways to approach things, and then the neuroscience, the clinical neuroscience, to try to understand why in the world do you need this particular approach with Python or SQL, or this particular privacy-preserving algorithms and techniques that make things slower, and you know, we don't need them. But from when the clash is creative, when all of them, all of the parties look at the same place, then wonderful things happen. And now currently we have the MIP, which is, yes, will go into adolescence, and eventually will reach, I think, success in the market itself, because what we are trying to do, others have tried to do, but probably more isolated. They don't have this back and forth between the two sides, and the interdisciplinarity, as I said, all the way from, you know, at SHUV, actually dealing with actual patients, hundreds and hundreds of patients, and on the other side, at the very depths of, you know, system programming, and trying to find, you know, this error or the other error, where does this memory leak go? It is a tremendous strength, a tremendous breadth of knowledge that has to come together. The people that I want to thank are too many, and Evita, Jason, Simos, Molly, Kostas, and George on the privacy-preserving side, Thanasis, and who am I forgetting? I am forgetting someone. All of them work so hard on the MIP team, and part of the hardness is, as I said, the communication. But if it takes to get this baby in adulthood, in the market and success, so be it. Thanks a lot to the HBP. Thanks a lot to the innovation team. I'm really honored. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Philippe and Yannis. Well, let's go to the last part of this session. That is where we will put together the 4 winners on this first and second edition of the Innovation Award. So please come to the stage. Victor and Marcelo, please. Thank you.
It's not virtual this time. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You can give one minute talk if you.
Yeah, you can have a short. Thank you.
You can join. You can say anything you wish in 1 minute, and that's
okay. You want to say short?
So thank you. It's really an honor for me to be on this stage with Victor, Pieter, Philippe, and Yannis. And really, last year we did it in a studio, and we were. I mean, it was nice. You gave me your tie because I was without a tie. This was not staged, actually. Yeah, Thank you, Victor.
Watch him to put it on.
Okay. And really, no, I'm very thankful to HBP and really to the innovation team, but really because they changed my mindset. Not only were very supportive, but inspirational. Because as scientists, and you sort of said that, Peter, we are not used to we write grants and papers in the name of patients and clinical applications, but at the end of the day, I didn't even know what it means to really translate something into an hospital. And you need to do more, an extra step. And they taught me that this is really worth. I'll try, will probably fail, but it's a great adventure, and I'm really thankful for opening my mind to these possibilities. So thank you all, and thank you very much.
Don't forget it. Don't forget it.
Also, I understood very short, we already spoke last year. Thank you for this honor on behalf of the VEP team. And it would not have been possible actually without you accompanying us, without HBP. You have heard this from the others. Do you realize how many things have to come together in order to generate such an impact? Peter, you alluded to this very, very well. There are so many different elements. There must be a history. In our case, it goes all the way back to also to Petra and Randy, TVB, but then carrying it through epilepsy and making it possible to personalize. All this has happened within the Human Brain Project with our colleagues and in the team. Again, too many to mention. Marmaduke, Mesam, Hui Fang, Paul, all the people that have contributed to this. One aspect I'm very grateful is also to the capacity then with the TTO to translate it into a real-world application, like in our case, VBTech. It's, I cannot see it happening outside of an environment such as here in the Human Brain Project where everything came together. And I wish to thank HBP for that, actually. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, we have more movies?
Yeah, no, just to finalize. Well, thank you very much. I wish that you have enjoyed this celebration, this ceremony. Just to say that we will have liked to award everybody to the excellent and brilliant researchers that are working in HBP. We know that a lot of candidates should be very well, should have received this prize also, but well, thank you to all of you because of your work. Thank you for your for dealing with our pressure that this innovation team has made during these years, trying to make you aware of the importance of impact of your solutions in the world with the exceptional solutions and tools that you are developing. So thank you very much, and thank you for this session. Ciao.